My name's Clint Feuerherdt. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Transit Systems, and I'm also a shareholder of Tower Transit in London. We're here today at Toondah Harbour, Cleveland, at the Stradbroke Ferries Terminal. Transit Systems is a private Australian company. We started in 1996 in Perth. So the company has since expanded in Perth and now operates 36% of the public transport network in Perth, expanded into Adelaide in 2000, and then later expanded into Queensland, where we run a substantial ferry operation, and in Sydney in 2012, 2013, and most recently into Darwin, the Northern Territory. And simultaneous with our Sydney expansion, we started operations in the UK in 2013, and Tower Transit there now operates 450 double-decker buses on behalf of Transport for London. Tower Transit in London is a spin-out of Transit Systems. It's now its own entity and stands on its own 2 feet. It's a contractor to Transport for London, operating approximately 27 routes on behalf of Transport for London. We're in an expansion phase in London, and we hope to open a new depot soon. And we're expanding presently our Westbourne Park depot, one of the closest, largest depots to the centre of London. I think we always saw London as a stepping stone to the rest of the world. Everybody looks to London as the world-leading public transport market. And I think what London brings for us is a very strong reputation when we sell our services to other countries. The UK market is a very mature market compared to Australia, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to expand to London in the first place, because of the reputation and the very long history that the public transport market has in London. London offers us, or the UK offers us, an environment where language is not a problem, the legal system is well understood, and the industrial relations environment is not vastly different to Australia. The 3 biggest things that we brought with us to the UK was firstly the technology that we use and the technology that we developed to make in a very efficient public transport network, and scheduling the buses on the road in the most efficient manner and using the workforce in the most efficient manner really gives us a cost competitive advantage. The second competitive advantage I think we have is our industrial relations management. And being a smaller group compared to the big German and French and UK companies that we compete with, is that we can very quickly build a rapport with the workforce and develop a relationship so that it becomes, more like a family business. And we try to create, even though we're a very large business now, we try to create all of the geographic locations in which we operate as a mini family business. The third thing would be that we are a private company owned by very few shareholders. And when I think about our entry into the UK, we've made a very conscious decision to reinvest a lot of the profits from that business into performance improvement, improving the business, improving morale. And that's really translated into greater reliability on the road, a great reputation with Transport for London. And it's really, as a public transport operator, that reputation wins you new business. So I couldn't stress highly enough to use local advisors to give you the advice that you need, even if you think you know the way things operate. And the other piece of advice would be to leverage the UKTI team. They've certainly been immensely helpful for us in understanding the ropes in London and putting us into contact with the right people and creating networks. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and there are a long list of people willing to help.